Welcome back to the third segment of the March edition of Chatting with the Chamber. And we're very pleased to be joined by Casey Reilly of Fidelitec here in Verona. Welcome to the show, Casey.
Thank you very much.
And Casey, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about your business and what is Fidelitec?
Sure. Fidelitec is a licensed private detective agency. I founded Fidelitec in 1999. We specialize in highly customized nationwide background checks for business and not-for-profit organizations.
And how long have you been? You said you started in 1999, right?
1999.
Okay. Have you been in Verona that entire time?
We started out in Madison in 1999 and moved to Verona here in 2004. And when our family originally moved back from Chicago in 1999, we landed here in Verona and have been really pleased and just really enjoy the community.
What prompted you to go into this business in the first place?
Sure. I guess I would have to harken back to when I was in college in 1988. I was looking for summer work, and I began at Sears as a loss prevention agent, working for about 15 to 20 hours a week to help support my education. At that time, like probably most young people, wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with my life and wasn't really passionate about any one thing. And I just really enjoyed working in the business environment, and particularly loss prevention. So in loss prevention, we were responsible for detecting and apprehending shoplifters, and that grew into investigating internal theft, and that just really piqued my interest. And so I switched majors, got a degree in accounting, and after 5 years working in the stores here in Madison, took a job with internal audit at Sears. And at that time, Sears was moving out of the tower, and they opened up a campus similar to Epic out here in Hoffman Estates. And so they ended up centralizing a lot of functions, and it opened up an opportunity for me in internal audit. And from there, I sought out a new position, a person by the name of Paul Cogswell, he was the director of corporate investigations, and one day I just went and met with him, and I said, hey, if you ever need any help on an investigation, I would just really love to work with you. And one day I was in Peoria, Illinois on an audit, and I got a call from Paul, and he said, if you can be back to Chicago by 5 o'clock tonight, we're going to fly out to Miami. I have something that you can help me with. And another 5 years after that, I was the first corporate investigator at Sears and ended up being the manager of corporate investigations at Sears when I left in 1999.
Wow. And when people hear from your first answer that you're a private detective agency, it's not like on TV where you're busting bad guys in 45 minutes and having car chases through Verona, anything like that?
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't own a red convertible, and obviously we're not in. I'm not Tom Selleck, and anybody can see that.
No gunfights in front of Millers or anything like that.
No Magnum PIs here, but private detectives, the gumshoe work has the computer and technology has really taken over a lot of the gumshoe work.
Okay. Well, okay. So tell me, what type of people or businesses or organizations would seek out your service?
Sure. We have a wide array of clients. We have a number of clients that are legally mandated to conduct background checks, whether it be healthcare, financial institutions, etc. We also have businesses that are seeking to fulfill a due diligence aspect in their hiring process, and they're looking to validate a decision that they've made, that when they want to hire somebody. A lot of times I think background checks might get there's a stigma to it, and whereas employers are looking to say no, and that's not true. It's really the opposite. Employers want to say yes. They want to fill a position, and they're just looking to validate a decision that they've already made and make sure that there's no surprises down the road with a particular individual that they onboard.
And you mentioned you work with youth organizations and service organizations to just kind of in the modern era, just things you have to be careful for.
We do, absolutely. We have lots of school districts, including the Verona School District here. youth activity organizations, whether it be Wildcat football and basketball here in Verona, and a Grace Hospice Care, organizations that use a lot of volunteers.
I guess you can never be too careful.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, tell me, Casey, what has been the greatest challenge to doing this kind of work, especially here in Verona? Is it getting the word out? Is it keeping up with technology? What's it been challenging for you?
Sure. I would probably say the most challenging aspect of being in business so far has been when the economy went south on us back in '08 and '09. I don't want to say we lost half of our business, but half of our business went dormant, and that was a tough period for us. But the good thing is that came out of that is there was a lot of matriculation with our personal contacts within organizations, and so they move around, and people who use our services and like our services, now they have brought us into other companies. Most of our business is generated through referral. We believe in taking care of our clients, and that's the best way to grow the business.
Okay. And if there's one thing that you could tell the folks here in Verona about your business that maybe they don't know, perhaps other than the fact that you don't have a red convertible and a pistol in your drawer, what would that be?
Sure. I guess I would want the residents of Verona to know that that Fidelitec is a good corporate citizen. We deeply discount our fees for not-for-profit organizations, such as the school districts here, and organizations like the Grace Hospice Care and the Community Living Alliance. We just believe very strongly that that's the right thing to do, and I think that's important for the people of Verona to know that we're helping to make the community safer.
Okay. And you touched on this a little bit earlier, but can you elaborate a little bit more on how your business has changed over the time you've been involved by technology?
Oh, absolutely. When I conducted background investigations back in 1999, really the internet was just in its infancy in terms of the amount of information that could be obtained from the internet. And so it was traditional background checks where clients would fax us an application, and we would go out and conduct the court research. We'd have to call the courts or fax them something and get something in return, and obviously it was a little bit more time consuming. Now with technology, speed up to today, we have a fully integrated background screening system. We can mesh with a client's human resource information system or applicant tracking system. We have the ability for our clients to push some of the data entry back to the applicants. Basically, our clients can go ahead and point and click and send a request to an applicant, and the applicant will fill in their own personal identifiers and complete an authorization form all electronically.
So it's almost like a different world then for you than it was in 1999.
It really is. It's much more convenient for our clients to conduct background checks now. Absolutely.
Casey, for the layman who doesn't necessarily do this day in and day out, what is involved in a background check?
Right. I think most people, when they hear the word background check, what they really think of is a criminal history search. And obviously that's a critical piece to what we do. But our ability to customize background checks also means that you're not going to screen a CFO the same way you're going to screen somebody that's going to come up in and sweep the floors. So we offer degree verifications, employment verifications, reference checks, drug testing is very important, and credit reporting, etc.
All right. Well, if somebody in Verona wanted to get a hold of you to discuss your services, what would be the best way to do that?
Very simply, we're on the web at fidelitec.com. We're also on LinkedIn. We are on Facebook. And our office is right here on the corner of Horizon and Enterprise.
Okay, and the address here
Is 245 Horizon, Suite 107.
And what's the phone number for the office here?
We are at 848-9900.
And do you have a website?
We do. Fidelitec.com.
And that is FIDELETEC.com.
Nope.
No.
It's FIDELITEC.com.
Let's say that one more time since I screwed up All America and just showed how I wasted my money on an English degree. Spell Fidelitec one more time for the people watching.
Sure. Fidelitec is spelled FIDELITEC.com.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on our show today. It's been a pleasure learning about your business, and this is truly one of the more interesting businesses that I doubt many people know are in Verona. So,
Well, thank you very much for having me.
all right.